Hi, I'm Alyonna. Welcome to my channel. This is your reading for the week ahead. Hi Group 1, welcome. Let's look at what's in store for you for the week ahead. What can you expect? Let's get some messages for you to help you through all of next week, all of this week. Okay. So your routine's about to change, okay? You're about to be doing something completely different, but you need to keep an open mind and allow this change to happen. There's going to be some sort of things happening where you've got to do something differently. Maybe you've got to change your plans. So you have, sorted certain things out. You're used to doing a certain thing a certain way, and now you have to do something different. It can even be you getting a news like the gym that you always go to is closing down. So now you have to find a new gym to attend, right? So you're starting from scratch again. There's something about you starting a new routine, a new foundation, okay? And whatever that you're doing, don't rush into it. This is not the week for you to rush and just grab something. Go slow, okay? Don't rush. I'm hearing someone here wants to do some redecorating. Maybe you want to do some painting and stuff like that. And then you think, oh, I can't wait for a painter to come and I just want it done. So you rush and then you try to do things yourself, but you are not in the right mindset to do it, but you just want to do it because you want it to be done. And then you mess up. So unless you really feel like it, then do it. But if you're doing it just because you just want it to be done and over with, it's not going to work for you. So be careful, okay? I see that there's your passion is ignited about something, you're excited about something. This new beginning, you have recently stepped into something new. So you are excited about this here. You've taken some sort of risk, or you're about to take a risk this week. It's going to be very good for you, okay? But you've got to work on your goals. You've really got to keep being consistent with whatever this new beginning is, okay? You might be feeling a little stressed out. At some point, you might think, oh, this is exhausting, but please just keep going, okay? You will be fine. This is just a temporary thing. Okay, you might be feeling like you want to go out, have fun with your friends, or just watch TV and rest, but now you've got all this work. You're missing out on something, but it will be worth it in the end, okay? Someone here, this is very specific. Someone's getting pregnant, and all of a sudden you're feeling, all the, what do you call that? Morning sickness, you're feeling unwell, or for someone else, it's like you want to go out and you miss your old lifestyle because now you can't eat this, you can't drink that, you can't do this, you can't do that, to look after your baby, look after your body, your health. So you're feeling a little bit frustrated here. So there is some limitation because you are building this new foundation and you're feeling frustrated about it. But keep going, okay? All these challenges will pay off in the end. Okay, all your restrictions, the restrictions and your sacrifices will be worth it in the end. Okay, so this week, just keep going because this is all about divine timing for you. And something is about to break through here. Something big is coming. Something amazing is coming. You are about to break through into the energy of like finance. So whatever that you're working on, whether it's like your business, your work, your job, your body, your health, it will put you in the frequency of abundance. I feel like I am surrounded by Goddess Lakshmi at this time. So I know that she's coming in and she's saying that you need to make these changes, okay, and keep doing what you're doing if you want to bring this abundance in, if you want the money to come in. Don't rush again, okay? So sing songs if you feel frustrated, but just keep going because you're about to break into like a big energy here. Do not resist what is happening. Like you recently got a wake-up call and you know you've got to do something different here. And so you're doing it. Don't resist the calling. There's something that's telling you, keep going, let's do this. So don't resist this, okay? Back of the deck here, we've got the lunar eclipse. So this is saying things are changing. The world is changing. You've got to keep up. There's something that you got to master as well. A lot of you got to master technology. We are moving into the age of Aquarius. We've got to master technology here. Okay, so it's important that you do that. You can't just keep complaining, oh, it's taking our jobs and it's taking over and it's bad. You got to keep up. You've got to evolve. Okay, so do the work now. We have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious, and play. So that's interesting because I'm like, do the work, and they're like, but also don't forget to play. Make sure that you play. So basically they're saying, have fun with whatever that you're doing. Don't look at it as such a torture. If you are trying to get into a certain shape, build your body, lose weight, whatever, and you're doing diets, don't look at the diet as something that is a punishment. Don't look at it like it's awful and this sucks, because then that's not going to last. So maybe look at it as something fun. Maybe you make it into a hobby and you say, you know what, I'm going to make sure that I eat healthy. I'm going to start a page, a social media blog, whatever, a channel, TikTok, where I'm going to post videos of new recipes that I discover, new diet recipes that I discover. So that will encourage you, like, it's fun now. I'm going to make this salad. I'm going to use different things in the salad, like that whole cucumber thing that went viral, so it's like you make it fun. With your workout as well, you make it into something that's fun and joyful. Don't look at it as a punishment. With your work as well, get creative with your work rather than thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just going to keep going. I'm so bored. I want to do something else. Make it fun. Set a goal for yourself. Try to find something that is fun within, the work that you're doing. Okay. So again, listen to the calling. Okay. Where are you being called to journey to? Some of you, there is this need to even move to a new place. So if you feel the call to move to a new place, it's time for you to start manifesting that. Start to prepare for this move. Start to visualize yourself in this new place. See yourself there. See yourself doing things. Okay? Shine your light. No matter what is going on in your life this week, don't dim to fit in. Some people are expecting you to be a certain way. Maybe you get a news about something. Maybe you are currently going through a treatment and everyone expects you to, oh, don't do this, don't do that. And then you have to show that, oh, yes, I am actually sick and stuff. Don't. Just let yourself live. Have fun. Put yourself in the high frequency. So don't dim your light. If you feel like doing something, you want to do something differently as well, you want to show up to the world as your true authentic self, then do it. Don't worry about what other people are going to say. Oh, she does not look spiritual. Oh, she's changed. She's this now. Oh, she's that now. Oh, he's that now. Oh, he used to be so good. Look at him now. He's going out there. Whatever. People talk. Okay. People like to talk. They're going to talk about you no matter what you do, right? They will always find something to say. So don't dim your light. Just be yourself. Okay. And some of you may not even know who your true self is. So discover that, try different things, try different identities, where you find what do you really like, what do you really like to do. You don't have to do one thing and think that this is it, it has to work, and then you attach yourself to it, and then you try to control the outcome. Just think that I feel called to do this now, I'm going to do it. If it works, great. If it doesn't, part of the plot, let's move on to something else. That's just part of the story. It's not the last story. It's not the final story. It's not the main story. It's just part of this journey, part of the plot, part of the story. This is not the real story of this movie that you are in. This is not your legacy. This is just part of it. Okay? You're going through a big awakening this week, energetic upgrades. You have discovered a new way to be and how to integrate with the matrix even more, and you are integrating in a good way. You're not integrating and falling asleep in the matrix. You are awake in the matrix. So you are making it work for you. Okay. A lot of people disconnect and then they just disappear, and then life is just, difficult. So once you've awakened and you realize what is happening around you, and you step back and then you make the matrix work for you. So do all your, energy and manifestation and all those things are going to help. Okay. Make sure that you ground yourself as well. Drink lots of water. I know coffee is not meant to be good, but for you, I'm saying coffee, cacao, honey, and milk. Okay? Those are the things that I'm seeing for you. Okay, what else is going on for group 1 this week? Guaranteed success. Okay, guaranteed success. We have deep friendship with someone of the same sex. Whatever's going on now is a temporary situation. This is not the last story. You are going to be going on a short journey this week. Okay, you're going to be traveling to do something, and you will have a good balance. You're going to go and do something fun for yourself, something you're going to reward yourself. So you're going to take one day off to reward yourself, maybe go to the spa, massage, do something here that will balance out the stress and the hard work that you're doing. Okay. So here we have you taking risks. There is family matters. So you're going to hear from a family or a close friend who is like a family. There's going to be some news about that coming in. Your intuition is spot on. So trust your psychic intuition. Okay. And any challenges that come this way, you can overcome it. This week, unfortunately for you, feels like it's uphill, but it's not uphill in a bad way. It's uphill for a good reason. It's you choosing to climb the mountain. It's not a punishment. It's not the universe saying, if you want this, you've got to climb up there. And so you're struggling to climb up. This is you saying, you know what? I want that satisfaction, and I want a photo of me at the top of the mountain, and, you know, for myself, achievements to show that, look, I've been up here before. I hiked up this mountain. So you're doing it. You're climbing up Everest because you want to. You know, you're proud. You want to do it. You want to push yourself. So this is what you're doing this week. Okay? Any other advice? Falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, an invitation to a social event. So this is where I feel you might be a little bit frustrated. Either you're going to this event and feeling sad because you miss your family, you're missing friends, or you have to miss this event because you have work, you have some treatments, you are, for whatever the condition is, you've got to miss the event and you are feeling upset about it. Okay. But there will be other events where you will be involved in. So just take it easy. Okay. The need for balance and moderation, cooperation and compromise, wait for perfect timing. And then we have the end of a phase or situation, spiritual transformation, the time to move on. So truly, this is new energy here, okay? Brand new energy here, new beginnings. Do we have any other messages to give group 1? So just a few more, just one more actually, from the blessings. Let's look at the blessings coming to you this week. The blessing of the senses. So trust your senses. You will get a lot of signs from the universe, numbers, synchronicities, colors. For you, it's a lot to do with colors. And crystals. Also, you will see certain crystals being mentioned over and over again. Or someone may pop up, in front of you wearing a certain crystal. I'm also seeing a cross, the symbol of the cross. Those are all signs where the universe is talking to you. So pay attention and see what the signs are. It could simply be telling you that you are on the right track. It could be telling you don't give up. Okay. Oh, it's telling you, look, something's here. Pay attention. Okay. I'm going to stop here. I hope this helps you. Thank you for watching. I'll speak to you in the next video. Hi, group 2. Welcome. Let's see what's in store for you this week. What do you need to know? Something that's been missing is coming back into your life. So if you have had a dry spell about something, maybe it is emotional intimacy or physical intimacy, maybe it is lack of fun, joy. Perhaps you were focused on work, so you never went out, or you maybe didn't really have good friends around you. So something has been lacking in your life. It feels like a drought, that kind of feeling. That's changing this week. Okay, so that's good to know. That's very positive energy. Okay, so yes, things are changing. You are taking back your power. This is the phoenix rising. You are, moving above the pain, the betrayal. Some of you recently had like a healing done, or like a sudden, shift in your mindset, or you have a sudden support from somewhere. So if you've always felt like you were alone and no one really, helped you, now all of a sudden you got all that support and backup. So you've got this strength to come back up. Okay. You're stepping out of depressive energy. You're coming out of depression, and you are truly just, using that anger as a stepping stone to bring your comeback. And the universe is looking at you and saying, I like that energy, so I'm going to reward them even more. So you're going to have something very lucky happening to you this week. Someone's going to offer you something, and it's going to put you in this really exciting energy. Okay. Yep. You're going to feel like a child again. It's like, yes, you're going to have so much of fun. It's like, because you have this energy where you are like, I'm taking back my power, and I will, step up here and become this new person, the person that I've always meant to be. You have made the choice to come out of darkness, to stop being buried, to like hide and hermit mode and all that. You've made that choice. So the universe is now shining its light on you. And also in the past, it was hard for the universe to give you things, or it was hard for you to win or get what you want because you were buried. You were so deep in darkness. Think of yourself as buried. So now that you are out of earth, right? You're out here, it's like born again, and the sunlight can reach you. Now the sunlight can touch you because you are out. And this is because you made that choice, okay? Scorpio, literally, this is Scorpio energy coming out of darkness. So this is also you letting go of some sort of obsession. You have been addiction or obsession. You've been obsessed with something. You've been obsessed with your pain, obsessed with being a victim. You've been obsessed with a person, okay, trying to make someone feel a certain way. You're obsessed with trying to change something. You're obsessed with trying to prove something, change the story narrative, something. You have finally let it go. And now that you've let it go, things can change. As long as you were holding on to the energy, it was really, getting stuck there. So you're moving away from being paranoid, from being obsessive, from being jealous. You're letting go of any grudges that you were holding, and you are investing in yourself. So I see a bunch of you shopping this week, maybe buying some new clothes to feel good about yourself. Yep. You've got the magic wand this week, so create magic here, okay? Out of that karmic cycle, out of darkness, out of that cage that you were in. It's like you had shackles and you were stuck in that place, and now you're free. Your past is being burnt away this week. So this really brings a brand new energy. And, it's interesting because usually brand new energies come because, the universe is finally shifted, the planets have changed and this and that. But for you, it's because you decided, I don't want to be in that self-sacrificial energy anymore. I don't want to sabotage myself, because you understand that everything that's been happening is also partly your fault for being in that energy. Okay, look, bad things happen. I'm not blaming you for, life happens. Okay, there is certain points and destiny and things and all those things. Yes, it happens. But then where you go from there, do you climb up from that dark incident, or do you keep going worse, and then it's like worse things happen? So you get one bad news, and instead of fixing that one bad news, now you get a second bad news and a third bad news, and it's like one thing after the other. That shows that you have now stepped into self-sabotage and, embracing victim energy, embracing the dark energy. So then more bad things happen. So things happen, even when you're in high frequency. Sometimes it's destiny, certain things need to happen. Sometimes it's karmic, okay? So something happens, it's how you take it from there that matters. You were in that sabotaging energy, sabotage a lot of opportunities that were meant to come. Now that you're out of it, all these opportunities are going to come to you now. Okay? Beautiful, beautiful energy. New beginnings, again, Pluto coming out of darkness, coming out of hiding, letting go of control. Okay. Stop doing spell work and things like that. If you have been doing spell work in anger, please stop. If you're doing spell work to control other people, any spell work that involves another person, stop. Okay. Do spell work for yourself. Okay. You want to do magic for yourself. Don't involve other people. Free will, don't put karma on yourself. Okay? Tell the universe what you want. Be quick on your toes. You need to be spontaneous. Because this week, nothing is really set in stone. Okay? So if you create a magical week for yourself, you will have a magical week. Okay? So work with magic, have fun, do good, connect to the light. You're getting a lot of light, so keep feeding yourself light. Meditations, those things will really help you this week. Okay? What else does group 2 need to know this week? So things are going to move very quickly. Okay, abundance will come in all different forms from all different sides. It's like all of a sudden it's coming in, okay, and you're going to have to choose. Again, don't control how it comes in, because something may come in and leave. And then you're like, no, you got to stay, make it stay. So just be mindful of that. Okay, destiny. You're finally back on track. You kind of step out of it for a while. Okay. You are going to feel a little bit conflicted with what you want to do. You've got mental conflict here because you have been in this energy and you're so used to doing a certain thing a certain way. You're so used to having that thoughts. And now every time it comes, you've got to catch yourself and go, no, I'm not thinking about that. Or no, I'm not going to focus on that. Okay. So part of you still feels uneasy, scared. There's this fear, it's like you're scared inside. But you have to tell yourself, no, I don't have to be afraid. I don't have to be in this energy. I don't need to think about this anymore. Okay? Choose differently. Material harvest. So it's a good energy here for you to receive more. You will get opportunities. Make sure you don't sit in fear, because this tells me that, you feel afraid to try something new that will bring you finance, bring you abundance, money. Okay, rejoice in celebration. So this is a really good week for you. A lot of good things surrounding you. Okay, your guides are celebrating as well, because they're saying, they finally did it. They finally stepped out of that, difficult energy. They're in this new space now. We can finally celebrate. They did it. They made it through darkness. Okay, everyone goes through darkness. Okay, it's part of this life. Okay, it's part of the contract that we sign when we come in. Everyone goes through that. Okay, we all have obstacles. This jumped out here. So triumph over obstacles, triumph over troubles, the eagle. So seeing an eagle might be a sign, or a bird suddenly comes to you. That's a sign that is saying, hey, you know what? You can fly now. Okay, you can fly. You've got all these things. Stop holding on to that old thing. See from a new perspective, and raise your worth as well. So start to really invest in yourself. So the bird, you will see like a bird will suddenly come fly close to you, and you're like, whoa, what's that? Or or you see an eagle, or like the bird catches your attention. That's like the sign, okay, that, okay, you've broken through here. You will be taken care of in difficult times. So that is beautiful. The sun, happiness and well-being. New home, new attitude. So you're doing something for your house. You're changing the energy. Plenty of material things. Maybe you are planning to move to a new house. Okay. Or whatever issues that you have, you might have some foundation issues in your house, something to do with the flooring, water, floorboards, carpet. Maybe you need to do like a carpet cleaning or something. There's something that you're doing to foundation of your home. Something like that's going to come out. Okay. And look at this. Yes, it says waiting for news, package or letter. But it is also the card of the bird. Okay, the bird. Look at that. Okay, do we have any other messages for group 2? I'm going to use this to get some advice. Okay, some advice for group 2. Organization and logic, structure and discipline, leadership. We also have Archangel Michael, so cutting cords to any toxic energy, obsessive energy. Also, this is a good week for you to reflect upon how you used to act before, how your insecurity made you act before, and how can you now take back your power and act differently. For example, if you were in a relationship and your partner always tried to make you jealous, flirting with other people and stuff, did you show it? Did you react, in an emotional way and get upset about it? And it's like when you do that, you give them power. You're showing them that you're jealous and all that. Where's your worth? And you know your worth. Do you really need to be jealous of that? These kind of things, petty little things. So it's like you reflect upon how you used to act before, and then you tell yourself, never again. I will never be that person again. And so you plan it. You go like, okay, if anything like this happens, how am I going to react now? If someone says this, how am I going to react to it? So this is you kind of like, rewiring your thought patterns. Okay, that's what you're going to do this week. We also have time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. I told you, do meditations this week. It's good for you. So stop expecting the worst. Okay? You're always expecting the worst. You move to a new place, you're like, oh my gosh, I hope my neighbors are not like my last neighbors. They are horrible. Or go to the new job. I hope my boss is better than my last job. My last boss or whatever. Stop. This is self-fulfilling prophecies. Okay? And negative prophecies for yourself. So you got to stop this. Okay? You're having sleepless nights for nothing. You're making something out of nothing. All right? And the last one, accept help from others. Okay? Your life is a little bit out of balance. You've got a lot of stress-related health concerns. You are thinking about it. You get a news about something and then you go into the worst-case scenario. It's like, oh, I've got a common cold, and then Google WebMD. Oh my gosh, I've got a terminal illness here. That kind of thing. So whatever that you get, don't think of the worst case scenario. All right. This is calling me, by the way. So the book of answers, ask a question and see, you might get an answer. If you do, let me know in the comments if you actually got an answer from this. It may make sense to some people. So ask a question. It says, let it go. Let it go. All right. One more. Ask a question. Deal with it later. So not now. Don't invest in something now. That's what I'm getting. Wait. Okay. One more. What do you need to know? A substantial effort will be required. Okay. I'm going to stop now. Thank you for watching Group 2. I hope this helped. I'll speak to you in the next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments if this resonated with you. Bye. Hi Group 3, welcome. Let's look at what is in store for you. Conclusions. Just like that. A door slams shut and a new door appears for you to walk through. So letting go of something. For some of you, it is letting go of a certain relationship, a certain situation that you've been in. Some of you, it is letting go of the same old toxic energy that you've been holding on to, or a certain lifestyle that you've been holding on to. A job, you've been doing something for so long, depending on the same people for so long, and something needs to change here. It's time for you to get back on track. And stop fearing the worst, because what is meant for you will not pass you by. Okay, so that just came up here. So you got to be quick on your toes. There's this energy of feeling really young. Maybe some of you are planning a trip. That's going to be really good for you. Go on a trip. If you're traveling, then, plan the best trip ever. Like, decide what are you going to wear. Make sure you have the right shoes. If you're going on a trip where there's going to be a lot of walking, make sure you get proper walking shoes and things like that. Like, prepare for it now. Watch videos, watch all these other travel blogs and vlogs online on YouTube. Watch those, get some ideas about the place that you're going to. Okay. There's this energy where something that you were in, a situation, your lifestyle, or someone in your life, you will know what it is if you're listening to this video. Okay. It has been sucking your energy, sucking your joy, sucking your luck and your abundance. And you have been feeling fatigued and exhausted a lot because of this situation. And so now that, the situation is ending, whether you choose it or the universe has stepped in and go like, this is the new chapter. This is a new story. All right. This is finally we are concluding that whole chapter. This is the conclusion of everything. And now you are stepping into, it feels like you're stepping into the empress energy, to the higher energy. So because of that, your luck and everything's coming back. Your energy is coming back. You feel like you're young again. You feel quick on your toes. Some of you recently saw a healer or a reader and, that person healed you. They did something to you. They activated some codes or, did some healing for you. So now it's like energy's flowing again. I feel like there's a good flow here. There were some blocks in your energy before. So now the anxiety that you have been feeling, all those things are going to change. If you have recently made a decision to maybe join a class or go do something like a dance class or to just go on this solo travel, something, you've made a decision to do something, okay? And because you've done that, your anxiety and all those, panics and stuff that you used to have inside, the low energy levels, memory issues, all those things are going to heal now. Okay, you are going to be in a really good place. You're excited to talk to people. So truly big change here. And also know that whatever that you lose at this time will come back to you in a much better way. Feels like eclipse energy. Okay, so we can't see what's ahead, or because your life is changing by the minute. It's so quick. Things are changing so quickly, and I'm hearing that everything is not as it seems. There's some hidden information here. So maybe don't rush to make a decision this week. Okay? Look after yourself. Work on your healing. Work on transformation. Work on rising from the swamp. Work on this rebirth energy. Okay? If you have medical issues and all that, focus on healing yourself. Focus on using magic, and sign up to something that will change your energy. If there's something that you have not done before, then do it now. Rather than just sitting there and saying, heal, heal, heal. It's like you're becoming more obsessed with whatever that you're trying to heal inside of you. So instead of doing that, try to find joy and magic in life again. Okay? There is some healing within, something to do with a masculine. So there's some sort of healing here. You're going to see the truth about a certain masculine, or the truth about why you are the way that you are. Why, because this person said something to you. Maybe it's a partner, maybe it's a father, a brother, a teacher, someone in authoritative, position told you something. So that kind of affected you, and that's why you were the way that you were, and now you're coming out of it. There's a lot of healing here to do with a father, to do with a partner, a brother, or even a child, a son. Okay? What's coming for you next week is amazing. We have the Grand Trine here with new beginnings and celebration. Moving into July is a month of fun and celebration. Okay? This week is just a week where you've got to make changes. Allow the changes to happen. Okay? Some of you are looking into moving like far overseas, like an air travel. If you want to do that, manifest it now. Put it out there. Write it. Write where you want to go and bury it. I'm going to do that as well. I just saw you doing that. So yeah, that's interesting. Okay. What else is going on here for group 3? What does group 3 need to know? What does group 3 need to know? I see hospital visits. So you might be going for a checkup. You might be doing some treatments. You might be doing dental work. You might be doing some cosmetic work. There's something that you're doing this week. Maybe you're planning to travel overseas for some procedures. Whatever that you're doing, it's positive. Okay, I'm seeing it as a positive thing. It's good. If you've got dreams here, manifesting your dreams. We've got beauty. Okay, so these are all the things you want to focus on. So if there's something that you've always wanted to do, something you dreamt of doing, or dreamt a place that you dreamt of going, this is the week for you to start planning to fulfill it. Okay, we have truth, and there's something about you doing. This is coming up a lot for a lot of people this week. Glamour magic. So it's like blessing your mirror, blessing the tools that you use, blessing the food that you eat, like literally, putting the energy in as you mix. You are putting magic in there, saying, when I drink this, abundance comes to me. When I apply this lipstick, I become beautiful, or whatever. You are beautiful, but it's like you become more beautiful, you become more attractive, stuff like that. So you're kind of using that. You're also using the mirror as a portal and saying, this mirror is now the mirror of abundance, only love, abundance, light, wherever I need, and I stand in front of the mirror and I ask, it will come to me. It will appear in my reality. It's like a portal. So activate your mirror into a portal and say that only things of light can activate and come into your reality. So whatever you want, you stand in front of the mirror and you see it come out. See it come out next to you, and you go like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, mirror magic, manifesting dreams. Okay, you're manifesting dreams. And friendship. So there's support. There's the universe supporting you. There is people coming together. It's like, it's almost like when you need help, everyone comes together. So even people that you thought, that you can't really depend on, it's like they will show up and support you and stand with you as you go through any changes, or any, new things that you're experiencing this week. Okay. What else does group 3 need to know? So we have the broken ring. So you're parting ways, okay, with something or someone. Okay, so either romance or business, you're going your separate ways, or you're letting go of the pain that you've been holding on to. Some of you broke up like 10 years ago. You're still holding on to that anger and the pain from then. So, letting go of that. You are taking that new step here, stepping into a new experience. Okay. Letting go of all the people that is, helping you sit in victim energy, who is gaslighting you, because it feels like there's a rat around you that's kind of like gaslighting you, who is kind of like controlling you or putting things in your mind. You're letting go of that. You're stepping out of this energy where it's lack and you got to like scrape through for things, and it's like you have to work so hard to prove yourself, to show your worth to other people. You're coming out of the energy. It's like, your worth now, or the world will know. Okay, you're coming out of this fear-based energy. This thing is coming to me. This sentence, I've heard it somewhere. Obviously, it's not something I created, but so it says, curses only work if you believe in it, or something along those lines. So it's like, because you are truly, embracing it and going into that darkness. This person's done magic on me. This person's done black magic on me. And so you're going deeper and deeper into it, and you are allowing that to grow. Sometimes people do shit and you might realize it. So, straight up, you're like, right, let's remove it. You don't go into fear. No, this is happening because of this. Like you're giving their magic power. You're giving their negativity power, right? They might not be doing magic. They might just be, jealous of you. And so they are, projecting their jealousy onto you, and that would literally bounce back to them. But because you are tapping in that fear-based energy, oh, they're going to attack me, I'm so worried, this is going to happen, you are expecting the worst, and so the worst happens. You're feeding that energy here. Okay, depression, anxiety, you worry that someone is against you, but let go of that. You've got money coming to you. Okay, we also have romance in the air. Okay, we've got the unicorn. You're going to meet someone, it's one of a kind person. Okay. There's something that's going to happen here. You are one of a kind as well. So you are going to connect to someone who is one of a kind. This could be a new best friend or a relationship. Okay. Your guides as well, they're coming in and supporting you. They are showing you the way. Pay attention to the signs. Okay, trust your intuition. And this is maybe not the time for you to like let yourself step into anger or like provoke people, because I do feel like there's people around you who just waiting to be provoked so they can keep sending you negative energy, or they can find a reason to say something about you. So they're just waiting for this excuse to say something about you. So just be mindful of that. Okay, I'm gonna let you ask a yes or no question. Yes or no? We have no. You can't fake it now. And what glitters isn't gold. Okay, so don't know if that means anything to you. Okay, it says no. I feel like it should be all that glitters is not gold. Okay. Oh, okay, so 2 cards came out. So one is the vampire card, all right? So a dishonest person is in your close environment and they are stealing your strength and energy. They only answer when they are feeling bad, and this contact isn't good for you and you know that very well. It's time to let them go. Okay? Also, your grief must finally come to an end. You cannot withdraw from your whole life and let this disappointment get the upper hand. That situation was doomed to failure right from the start anyway, but it does not get better if you hide or lock yourself at home. You must now make the jump no matter how much power it will cost you. Believe that everything is better than this condition that you have suffered for so long. Okay, and then we have the vampire. So, here. I'm also hearing that, if something's going on in your life, don't shut off. Like you say, oh, I want to make this thing better. I want to get out of the situation. But then you're obsessing about it rather than just, saying, I trust that this is going to change. It's going to heal. So let's raise the frequency of me. Let's raise the frequency of my body. Let's raise the frequency of my house, the space, rather than you doing that, you shut off, you shut people off. You are saying you want change, but then you are not allowing change to come in. You are not going on with life as you should. You're shutting people off and you are stressing about the situation. You're trying to control the situation. Like maybe you're having an issue with your partner, with your, significant other. So rather than saying, oh no, I trust that this is going to resolve, so I'm going to, carry on with my life. I'm going to go to work. I'm going to meet up with my friends. Life is as it is because I believe nothing's changed here. But then if you immediately shut everyone off and shut everything off, then that's you now pouring energy into the problem that you have, because your energy is focused on that and you are obsessed with controlling it, obsessed with the outcome. How's it going to be? This must not happen. I will not let this happen. This is not the truth. This is not my reality. This is not my life. This cannot happen. My life is this fairy tale, and it has to be this way. So you're letting go. You need to let go of that, and you need to, it's like, listen to what you're saying and follow through. So if you're saying, oh, I'm going to manifest this, then you got to follow through. If you're saying that, no, I trust that everything will be okay, then you need to act like everything is okay. Go on with life like everything is okay. But if you're cutting people off and you are shutting off and going into depression and stuff like that, right? We've got the vulture here. If you're doing all that, then that's a problem. Okay? Then you're not helping yourself. Okay? And the last few messages for group 3. Trust your intuition. Okay, and make the energy work for you, right? Shine your light, get sunlight, let go of unforgiveness as well. Archangel Uriel comes when you are angry. Okay, you're angry with someone, you're angry with the universe, you're angry with someone. Also, I'm hearing that you want someone to react a certain way because you are experiencing something, and maybe your friend or your significant other is not responding the way that you want and you're feeling angry about it. You need to let go. Everyone acts or grieves or does things, in their own way. You cannot expect everyone to feel the way that you're feeling. You can't expect everyone to let go of their life and their joy to be in the same frequency as you. Okay? So this year is you have to let go of control. Stop being mad at people. Ask yourself, what are you really mad at? Because you are projecting your anger onto someone else, when the anger is not about that. The anger is deep inside. Something else is being triggered. So there is some sort of fear being triggered inside, and you are now projecting that fear into anger onto someone else. So that's very specific and very deep. Okay. Miracles of nature. So plant medicine, herbs, roots, spending time outdoors, crystals, sunlight. Those are all the things that you need this week. Okay, and then we have a new beginning. The new door opens for you next week. I'm also hearing Goddess Hecate, so she might be coming in and calling you. So if you want to make an offering to her and work with her, that will be really good for you. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Thank you for watching Group 3. I hope this helps. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification button so you don't miss any videos when I post. I will speak to you in the next video.